Hey everybody. So I don't want to hit the car. I am going to be taking care of the softener system. They're having a problem with hard scale in their house. It's a system that's already been here. Give me a second. Okay. So it's a system that's already been here. I just got to go through it, make sure everything's fine, and I kind of wanted to show you guys what a softener looks like. Because in the last video I said, about a softener, brine tank, and all that. So I have a system now. Might as well show you. So this one right here is a calcite filter. You guys already see me service one of those. This is a softener. The way to tell which one's a softener, if you have a softener or calcite filter or any other type of filter, they have berm filters, green sand, carbon filters, stuff like that. They're gonna have something like this. So all the calcite, berm, green sand, any other kind of specialty filter like that, you'll have a filter head like this. Pretty standard. It's not metered. You do all your settings yourself. So I don't know if I went over a filter head with you guys or not, which I don't think I did. I just kind of went through a service of the calcite. So anyways, the way these filter heads work is you have your front face, which is all your readings right here. So this big gear right here is your time. So you have your time. So you press this red button here. This changes your time of day. This gear here, which you guys seen in that one video, I don't know if you guys didn't see that video or not, you should go check it out. It's me servicing a calcite filter. And I kind of go over what this is and how it works. And what each selection is. Anyways, so you have in service, which is what it should be when it's running all the time. So you have pressure to the house, everything's treated, everything's good. First one you're gonna have is start backwash. So it's gonna start going to where it's gonna do a backwash and clean out the filter. It's gonna keep going into backwash. Now it's backwashing the filter, cleaning the dirty water and trying to regenerate itself. So when it regenerates like this, it pulls clean water in, brings it through the bottom, pulls and sends all the old stuff out this tube back here. This one. And it sends all the dirty water, anything that, like all the iron, bad pH, stuff like that, it sends it outside. So it does all that. The next one after that is rapid rinse. It's the same type. Backwashes really fast. Same thing. It goes through a cycle. It takes an hour for each one of these filter heads to backwash. So it'll do that one, and then it does something called settle rinse. So this is a very low flow setting. When it goes through this, it only allows very minimal water waste. I want to say the gallons per minute coming out is maybe a half a gallon, if that. And that's right before it's done, and it's trying to let the backwash, the calcite settle down and sit where it's supposed to sit. So in these filters, like in the other video, they sit 3/4 of the way from the top. So a filter like this would be 18 inches. And when it settles down and it holds, so if it's doing the rapid rinse or the backwash or regeneration, the media is moving, it's floating in the water, and it's going up and down, up and down. So each cycle, when it goes through backwash, it'll stop. It'll allow it to settle back down. So through backwash, it'll go through, raise, go back down, and then when it gets to rapid rinse, it does it again. Media floats, trying to clean itself, trying to get everything regenerated. That way, when it goes to do, you know, the next in service schedule, the water's clean. And then settle rinse is everything settling, going back down and sitting back flat and solid in the filter. After that's all done, then it goes back to service. So every time it does one of these, this one, there's settings on the right head of the right side of the filter head. There you're going to see numbers from 1 to 12. Those are days. Depending on how many people are in the house, you know, if it's just one person, or if you have, so one person, you can do one backwash for every 12 days. So every 12 days you can do a backwash. So these little prongs right here, oh, they're not moving. Oh, there. These little prongs right here are backwash days. So this one, you know, for, you know, between 3 and 4 people, you're going to backwash every 3 or every 6 days. Yeah, that's pretty much what those tabs are. So as you can tell, each tab, it's every 3 days, there's one popped out. That's going to be a backwash day. So when it gets to that, it'll do a backwash. So even though I came here and ran it through a quick backwash to show you guys, kind of, you know, refresh of what I already went through, I'm still going to set it to a backwash tonight. So the way to set it for a backwash tonight is you're going to take the whole gear, don't touch the tabs, just take the gear, turn it, and it'll stop. See how it's stopping? It won't go past that. That'll backwash tonight. It'll backwash. These are set for 2 o'clock in the morning. They came from the factory like that. If you don't want them backwashing at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever time you want it to backwash, you got to set the clock back that far, but you got to figure it out in your head. So like, say if you wanted to backwash at, I don't know, 12 o'clock, instead of setting the clock right now to 4, you're going to want to set it to 2. So 2 p.m. So it'll be 2 hours behind. So it'll still backwash 2 o'clock on the filter head, but it's really, in reality time, it's backwashing at midnight. That's how that works. So I went over through everything with this. I got to check the level and all that, but I wanted to show you guys that. The softener systems are different. They are metered filter heads. So they will do, like certain gallons before it does a backwash. So on this one, on the back, oh, that's right. So on the back of these, you have a timer. This allows your system to keep up with the time of day and all that. That, if I ever have to change one, I'll show you guys how to do it. It's pretty simple though. You just got your, got a quarter inch nut here and down here. Take those off, and then you have, I don't know if you guys can see those wire nuts in there. Probably not. There's wire nuts in there. Pretty much all you do is take it out, unwire nut it, put the new one in, wire nut it back on, make sure it's unplugged, put it back on, plug it in, should be fine. Pistons and seals in these filter heads, that's a whole nother video. That takes an hour to do it. Sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's longer. Depends on what happens. Anyways, I'll show you guys one of those. I have filter heads at my house that I always work on, so I can make a video of one of those. So on these softener heads, you got the same concept, meter, or timer motor. This is your meter. So this allows it to know how many gallons has gone through here. There's a wheel in here. As that wheel spins, this cable spins, which is connected to the system in here. When this spins, there's a gear behind there that tells it how many gallons it's done, so it'll do a backwash. This one is set for that's kind of low actually. I set this one for 900 gallons, yes. So each number is 100. So you got to add 100 to it. So 1, 100, 2, 200, 3, 300, so on. It goes all the way up on this one to 21. So that's 2,100 gallons that I have to go through before it does a backwash. You don't want it that far. It'll take months for it to do a backwash. So this filter here was just installed in 2019. I mean, been a while, but it was the end of the year, so it's 2020, so 3 years ago. I have a feeling that because of the capacity gallons that's on here, it wasn't set right. So since I changed it from 1, which is 100 gallons, so it backwashes every 100 gallons, no. Well, there's only... This takes some thinking. There's an older lady here. I believe it's just her. I'm gonna say 500 gallons instead. She probably doesn't go through that much in a week. So I'm hoping 500 gallons. She'll probably go through it in 3 weeks, and so we can do a backwash and clean it. So anyways, that's how this works. It has the numbers. You got the arrow here. You just take the top gear up here and just move it like that. That's your gallons. This right here is your when this hits, it'll do a backwash. So that's how that works. And then here is your person, so right here it's only 1. You got all your people here. I believe I might have to check that out again. It's been a while since I've done a softener head. I actually had to go into it. So don't quote me on that. Let me research that, and when I do a video on the head itself or a softener, if I'm wrong, I will let you guys know. Other than that, the only thing you guys need to know, because if it's in your house already, it's already set. Just make sure that it's right. So if you're having problems with crystallization going on in your house, you're having weird scaling going on, make sure the time of day is right. If it's not right, fix it. And then make sure the gallons and all that's right. Also, on the back of these heads, you see this. It says pounds of salt. This one's set for 6 pounds. That's normal. The more salt pounds you put into this system, the more salty the water is going to be. Or, she's got potassium pellets. Same thing. If it's too much, they'll know. You'll know definitely. It'll taste like salt when you drink it, or you can taste it. Yeah. So, anyways, that's how all that works. Also, so then you have that. You have your brine line here. Comes off the side. There's a screen inside of here. Sometimes those get clogged up. The only way to know if it's working is you come over to the brine tank. Which is here. So this is the brine tank. You got your salt or potassium. Like I said, she's got potassium. You just fill it up and that'll soften your water. This is in float level here. So that's a brine valve float. It shuts it off when it's trying to fill or suck in new stuff to the system. When that backwashes, as it's backwashing, it's pulling the salt brine that's inside this well right here. There's water at the bottom of that. That's not normal water. So if you were to try and siphon that out, you're going to taste salt or potassium, whatever's in there. That's down there. That's what's getting sent into your system. That's what's softening everything. When you're doing this, like right now, I'm going to check to make sure everything's working. So I'm going to go to brine rinse. Rapid rinse. So this is brine refill. This is how you know if the little valve's working. So you're gonna set it to brine refill. You're gonna go over here to that valve. There's a little piece down below this line. This one right here. Push down. See, it's not working. I'm not hearing anything. I'm gonna set you guys up over here and figure out what's going on. Uh-oh. This one is not working right. Come on. So now that I got that line off, so you guys can see that. Yes, you can. There it is. That's brine refill. That's filling the brine tank. Brine rinse. Let's create suction. That's all it does. Takes the water out of there, sends it in there. When it's done, it refills it. All right, if you guys have any more questions, just let me know. Please like and subscribe.